All right, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds joins me tonight. Sir, good to have you on. We've showcased today just the excitement, visceral excitement from the left over the mugshot, over this latest booking, fourth indictment. Your reaction to that?
I think their gleefulness is disgusting. This is something where the press has been looking for this, begging for this for, it seems like, really about 6 years now, even going back to the Russia collusion saga, which we all know was fraudulent, brought to us by Hillary Clinton and the Democrats. And so this is what they've been wanting. But I got newsflash for them. This thing is going to backfire in a major way, because at the end of the day, the American people, they understand what fairness looks like, and they understand what gross unfairness looks like. And what you're seeing right now is the weaponization of our agencies, not against Donald Trump, but also against so many other Americans in our country. And their highlight of this is going to be the thing that's going to backfire on them.
They might have had a shot at this, at pulling the wool over our eyes with this attack, with all of these at the same time. And I do think they're coordinated through the DOJ. I think that this is all kind of coming together at the perfect time politically for them, for a reason. But they might have had a shot at trying to pull this over our eyes if they didn't have this huge problem of Joe Biden. And if they didn't have all of his misdeeds now coming to light, over the last couple of years, and certainly in the last few months, it's really been heavily highlighted. And now we have Republicans investigating. When they lost the House, they were in trouble. And now you see that you have a visibly very, very corrupt president in the White House. And there is evidence of all sorts of crimes that he and his family members have been committing to get rich off of countries that are nefarious, in nature, like China. The Russians have given a lot of money to the Biden family, millions of dollars to the Biden family. You've got bad actors, dirty people in Ukraine and Romania that have given tons of money to the Biden family. And they're going to do this now with all of that on the other side, not only not being investigated, but you've got the DOJ trying to conceal those crimes and cover up those crimes while throwing everything they can find at Donald Trump. Doesn't work.
Look, it's not just about the fact that Joe Biden is corrupt and Crooked Joe is corrupt, but he's also inept. He's been a disastrous president. Pick any issue you want. He's been a failure, except for one thing, and that is moving the agenda of the radical left, Bernie Sanders agenda. That's the only thing he's been good at. Everything else has been a disaster for our country. Couple that with the fact that you do have Merrick Garland and the Department of Justice obstructing justice. That is exactly what they've been doing by shielding Hunter Biden and Joe Biden from any investigations whatsoever, and at the same time turning all the power and the resources of the federal government pointed at Donald Trump and pointed at other people in the Trump orbit. I mean, you can go back as far as Roger Stone, Paul Manafort, General Michael Flynn. This has been a consistent effort from the radicals in our government. And this is about the American people doing their job, changing this government so we can get a country of, by, and for the people back that actually follows the rule of law.
Do you worry, though, you watch mainstream media, you watch establishment media in this country that still holds on to some level of credibility with a lot of people in this country, and the way they're posing this is all so deserved, and that this man is such a threat to everything that we have, and he's, they're finally, it's all catching up with him, and he's got all these indictments, he's clearly guilty. Do you fear that that's going to work on enough people to actually pull off an election in 2024?
No, I don't think so. I think the media has lost all credibility, and they should. They've been losing this credibility for a long time. Yeah. COVID, I think, was the nail in the coffin for them, and now they're only going to make matters worse. I hope that it was worth it for them. I hope that they made all the money that they needed to, got all the ratings that they needed to. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the job of Republicans. It's going to be the job of Donald Trump as our nominee to get this message out to people, for them to understand exactly what is happening in our country. The big media have been lying to the American people year after year after year. And if you're going to get a successful America where Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Black Americans, white Americans, Hispanic Americans can thrive and prosper, it is not with the Democrats in charge, and it is not by following and listening to the big media mouthpieces.
You're right about that. I mean, just look at the country. Look at the way it's run when they have power, and all the way down to the very, very local elections and the local policies that you see in place. Is this how people want to live? Is the question they have to ask themselves. Do you like just having crime and filth ridden all over your society? I don't think people like that. I think they remember a better time in this country. It's time to get back to that. Congressman, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.